Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today we're going to be talking about fasting protocols, and I'm going to help you decide if you should be the person who's changing your fasting protocols, or maybe you found a home in a protocol that you're really enjoying, and could it be okay if you stay there as well? So we're going to discuss all of that today. As you know, we like to talk about things from the mindset approach, so that's exactly where we're going to start our conversation today. But first, I always like to take a second to introduce myself. My name is DYANN. I am a fasting mindset coach, and here in this community, I help women really incorporate a fasting lifestyle for themselves that will help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. We do offer a course as well. We launch one every first Saturday of every month. Our next one is March 4th. I will post registration information in the links in the description box. And we also are going to have a little giveaway at the end of my discussion today before we open things up for community conversation. I was going to do it on Monday, but I forgot. So we will 100% do that today. So hang out. It will be for people who we're trying to get off the fence and into class. So if you're one of those people, you'll want to stick around for sure. So let's talk about protocols. So a fasting protocol is really just the two windows that we determine we're going to live in every day with fasting and feasting. So with intermittent fasting, we do like to stay within that 24-hour time frame. That's the intermittent part, right? And so we designate a time that we're going to fast and a time that we're going to feast here in this community. And with our graduates of our course, we really do ask ourselves every day two questions, right? How long am I going to fast today? And how well am I going to feast today? And that really can help you determine like the decisions you're going to make moving forward and how you're going to be able to create this amazing lifestyle for yourself. Now, I know that there are a lot of other people who are, saying that for women specifically, that we should be varying up our fasting protocol. We should keep our body guessing, yada, yada, yada. And what I really like to teach with the mindset approach of intermittent fasting is, what if you could just create a lifestyle for yourself that's fluid? And here in our community, and what I teach inside the intermittent fasting course, is the 20-hour fast with a 4-hour feast. But what I'm really trying to get women to be able to do for themselves is to think about how they want to live their life and how happily they want to live their life around food, while also doing good things for themselves. And so what I really teach is, start with that 20-hour fast. See what that does for you. In your 4-hour feast, determine the foods that are going to really help you look and feel your best while also living your most authentic life, meaning you're not trying to get things perfect. You're trying to get things authentic for you so you can be happy when you show up around food. And then what we do is we let life happen. So we don't live so restrictive and with the purpose of trying to get everything so dialed in that we miss life happening around us. We want to be able to fix a lot of these thought processes that we have around food being bad for us, or us using food in the wrong ways, so that we can live fluidly. So I truly believe that you creating your own lifestyle around this 20-hour fast and the 4-hour feast, which is proven to really help so many women yield the results they're hoping for, and then be flexible enough and healthy enough in your own decision-making processes, mentally and emotionally, so physically you can reap the benefits. And this is where letting life just happen takes care of whether we have to pivot or change or rotate in a rigid schedule different fasting protocols. I don't think that we have to do that. I think that when you let life fluidly happen for you, that takes care of the variation in our fasting schedule. And then the honest truth is, body chemistry and hormone wise, our body is never exactly the same every single day. And the assumption that we have to shift our fasting protocols means that we think that our body is exactly the same every day, and we have to force the change. And we know that that is not true. Your sleep differs every day. All you have to do is track your sleep to prove that to be correct. Your your nutrient requirements or demands change every single day. Your body's constantly adjusting and shifting and healing and fighting off things and settling into things on its own. Your exercise will never create the same demand identically 2 days in a row, because that's not how we're designed to operate as a human body. So then when we get our mind involved in it and we get this information coming in that we think we have to force the change so that our body doesn't become stagnant, then we're just muddling up our brain and our emotions with all this stress, trying to seek out perfect. And perfect doesn't exist, especially when it comes to our body, especially when it comes to our body's chemistry, and especially when it comes to our body's hormones. Our body knows how to adjust on its own accord. We don't have to force that. So if you are a woman who has found a protocol that is working for you, just stick to that protocol. You also are probably not eating exactly the same nutrients every single day. Again, that will create enough of a shift and a change that your body is going to adjust to those kind of things. And so if you're not eating exactly the same food every single day in the same quantities, then your body will adjust. I do not think that we have to force change, and I don't think that we have to muddle up our brain with scheduling all these varying variations of fasting to try to become perfect. We are not perfect beings. And I think when we settle into that and we just take a breath and we pause and then we ask ourselves a series of questions and then we think about the answers that we come up with, this lifestyle should be very fluid. It should be the simplest thing that you do for yourself and your overall health and well-being. And it should help you eliminate a lot of these thoughts that we have about food being bad and us using food in the wrong way and us striving for perfect and then realizing that it's exhausting trying to get there because it never happens. So here in this community, intermittent fasting for today's aging woman is really a lifestyle that we're choosing for ourselves. And it's not a diet that we have to be so regimented at that we're exhausted and we are missing our life. So let me share an example with you about how I live my life. So if you were to ask me if I fast 20 hours every single day, I would without hesitation say yes. My brain believes that I fast every single day for 20 hours. But I also allow myself the opportunity to answer the two questions I ask every day. How long am I going to fast today? And how well am I going to feast? So yesterday is the day that I kind of take off and go live my life. And my husband and I drove down to downtown Dallas and we spent the day with our son. So we had a very amazing day in downtown Dallas. And one of the decisions that we made was to go have lunch. So, of course, my lunch was a little earlier because we were on a different schedule. And I just decided to have lunch with my son and my husband outside of my normal protocol. Then we came home and I had my break fast shake at the end of my feasting window for that day, but at a completely different time because I decided to just go with the flow of my day. We fasted earlier yesterday than we normally do because we just had different time parameters around what we were doing with our feasting. And I had a really long, and I'm still fasted into today from yesterday. No drama, no issues. I just let my lifestyle be what my lifestyle is. And today I'm going to break my fast at my normal time and just get myself back on the lifestyle that I have chosen for myself. The beautiful thing about living this way is we don't create a bunch of nonsense going on in our brain about us making decisions for ourselves as very informed and hopefully well-versed women about ourselves and how we want to show up. So I believe you pick a lifestyle. You create that lifestyle around who you want to be as a woman, how you want to show up for yourself, and how it is you're choosing to live your life. And if you always lean into the fast and you trust what intermittent fasting can do for you and you stop trying to chase perfection, this lifestyle will be magical for you. And then you can free up your brain and your emotions to go live your life and do the things that you really enjoy doing. And that's the premise of which we talk here on Mondays and Thursdays, and how it is I teach the intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course. I want you to take a breath. I want you to pause. I want you to think. And then I want you to ask yourself a series of questions. And I want you to be able to answer yourself from how it is your body is informing you about the decisions you're making. And then you can free yourself up and live a very happy lifestyle. So excited to share this thought with you today. I know it seems to come in seasons, and maybe it's when people are publishing books. I don't know. But there's this conversation about women having to do certain things in order to be happy and healthy. And what I really want to get out loud and clear here in our messaging is that you get to decide what makes you happy and healthy. And once you figure that out and it's working for you, you don't need any other proof or information. You just rinse and repeat the happiness, and you will be able to maintain that forever. Okay, so let's get to today's little giveaway. So I have been talking with the people at Fray, and we are going to be doing an offer, a little giveaway for the women in our community. There are some little guidelines that we have to do. So if you are in the United States of America, we have this DYANN by Fray box. And I'm sorry that we can't do this for our international customers. But if you're new to Fray, meaning you haven't purchased anything from them before, and you're new to the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, means you haven't registered for the course before, and you're going to register for the March 2023 class, and you do that today, meaning we're going to get you off the fence, we are going to ship you the DYANN by Fray box set, which has the Detox Me, which we do every Monday and Thursday to come here all bright and shiny and fresh faced. We have the Cleanse Me, the Purify Me, and then the refill of the makeup remover. So this is a $129 value, I think. You can purchase it for $69, but we're going to give one member of our community one box as a gift for trusting us with you, with your skincare, and with you as far as an aging woman jumping into our Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course. So I'm going to review the guidelines one more time really quickly. You have to register for the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman March 2023 course. You can register today. You also have to be a new member of Fray, meaning you haven't purchased anything from Fray before. If you meet those two parameters and you're in the United States, we are going to gift you the DYANN by Fray box set as a thank you for trusting us with you. I will go in and check registrations from today, and then we will pick the first person who signs up from our live giveaway today. And then I will be messaging you via email to let you know that you will be a proud recipient of the DYANN by Fray box. I'm super excited to be able to do that for you guys. Okay, so let's get back to the comment section here in our community. This is where I answer your questions and comments. So if you haven't done so yet, please make sure you leave a comment for me, and I will get to you over the course of the next 10 or 15 minutes. Also, if you haven't registered or subscribed to the YouTube channel, please make sure you do that. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, all of those things. That way you will be in the know of all the things that we have going on in our community. Okay, so let's get started. How long? Oh, let me see. I started kind of in the middle. Let me start at the top. Janelle, greetings from Washington State. Well, hello, my friend. It's so good to have you here with us. Good afternoon, DYANN. Julie, it's good to see you as well. Celine, Smile. Safanda, good afternoon, November 22 grad. Well, girlfriend, I hope you are thriving and you have created a lifestyle for yourself. And you're asking yourself those two questions I teach you guys in class. How long will I fast today? How well will I feast today? And then go live your beautiful life. My Miss Yo-Yo's Closet watching. Love it. Leah, hello. Robin, hello from Colorado, January 23 grad. It is the best thing I've done for myself in years. Thank you, DYANN. You're welcome, my friend. And I'm so glad that you decided to trust me with you in this process of you incorporating a lifestyle that you really can just rinse and repeat every single day and keep reaping all these beautiful benefits. There's so much life to live. We should not be sitting around contemplating whether, we're getting the right amount of calories or the right amount of nutrients, or am I fasting long enough? Like, we should just go live our life and trust this process, right? And if you incorporate a fasting opportunity every single day, and you are really honest with how your body is responding to the things you're choosing to put in it and on it and around it, and you're waking up every day with the opportunity to look and feel your best, and girlfriend, you have figured it out. And I am so happy to have you here with this. So Fonda, how long will I fast today? How well will I feast? Exactly. Two great questions. And if you're really wanting to get into it, I also say, how smart will you train, right? And that's the trifecta. How long will I fast? How well will I feast? And how smart will I train? Nancy, good day. July 22 grad. Robin, I think you're tagging your friend, so I love that. Trina, hi from Greensboro, North Carolina, January 2023 class. This was the best thing for me. Your mindset is the most important information you can have for yourself. 100%. Because when you're making decisions for you, with the most informed information from you, you do not have to rely on other people to tell you what to do. And this is why I ask you to think for yourself. We can take prompts, we can take guidelines, we could take information and be like, oh, gee whiz, that's interesting. But in no way, shape, or form is what someone else doing 100% going to be what you need to do for you. And so, Tarina, I'm so glad that you figured that out and you're reaping all those benefits as well. Rena, progress over perfection from Montana. Thank you, DYANN, for all you teach us. You are welcome, my friend. And progress is the best form of gratification, right? When you're making progress towards something, that is really where we're feeling our best. And for so many people who are newly letting go of perfection, I include myself in that group as well. What a relief, right? A relief that we do not have to strive for something that is so unattainable for most. Tina, November 22 grad, thank you so much for saying our bodies work for us. I was wondering, should I fast different times each day? Thank you for explaining this. Staying consistent for my 20-hour fast and 4-hour feast. It works. Yes, it does work, right? And here's the deal. You're going to have variation. It's just how life works. So I think it's that trying to be perfect. And oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. I'm only supposed to fast this long. And it's Wednesday. I'm only supposed to eat this much. And who says, right? Who says that that's the way that we're supposed to live? And so if you just have this guideline of, I strive to fast 20 hours every day, and I strive to feast well for 4 hours. And then I just rinse and repeat and I go about my life and I'm not stuck to these confines of rules that are designed by someone else that have really nothing to do with me, then you can go live your life. And if you decide 20 hours is not going to work for you today and you're going to do 18, or you decide, hey, today's a day I can fast for 23 and I think I'm going to just thrive in that environment, you don't have to wait for permission from someone else. Tina, you know you can do that as just a grown woman who knows her body the best. And I love that for you. Barbara, November 22 graduate, or Rebecca. Yes, it makes me nuts trying to fast at different times and days. It's too confusing for me, right? I mean, come on. And here's the deal. I know that there are people who thrive in different ways, and I always respect that. So no shade to any of that. But like alternate day fasting to me just seems exhausting. Am I supposed to fast today? Am I supposed to feast today? Like, what day of the week is it? Is it only on odd days? Is it only on even days? Like, I don't know. I have too much life to live to worry about that kind of stuff. I'm just going to wake up every day and just rinse and repeat what works. And so that's what I hope you guys are doing as well. T. Thomas, sometimes the protocol works and the other times I get different results when washing and repeating. Hormones. Okay, so you can maybe elaborate on the hormones question part a little bit for me, and I'll see if I can help you answer that question. Loretta, hello from South Carolina. Safanda, thank you, DYANN, for teaching and empowering us to live our best life. You are welcome, my friend. It's the only way to live life, right? Life's short. Life is full of beautiful things. And I think when we are so focused on trying to live by someone else's standard, we miss out on our own. And so we don't want to do that for sure. Alicia, September 22 grad. Scarlett's girlfriend, I'll see you tonight, hopefully. January 23 grad, still going strong. I love that for you. Becky, everyone's saying hi to Robin. Oh, maybe Becky and Robin are friends. I think that's what it is. Wanda, I found I focus on staying within the hours of my feasting window and varying the times based on the demands of the day. The fast takes care of itself. Sometimes it's 18 hours, sometimes it's 22. Wanda, that's a beautiful way to explain it, right? So what is it that you want to focus on getting out of your day? And since now we know that we don't have to eat all day, like a lot of us were raised believing, like we have to eat all day throughout the day, we free ourselves up and we really get to open up ourselves to so many other opportunities that are happening in the day. And we're not going to miss them because we are slowed down by managing a bunch of food that we don't need to manage. Judy B, hello from Idaho, November 22 grad. Sandy, sign up for the class, buy Fray, both will change your life. Yes. Or sign up for the class today and be in the US and not have purchased Fray before. And then we'll get you started as a little gift from our community. But yes, Fray is awesome and joining the class is awesome. Sandy, I love having you here with us. Angela, or Skinny, or Silky Soul Sister, January grad. I tell myself that I will fast 24 keto, but then I let life happen, no stress. So sometimes 18.6 and even 16.8 due to schedule, 1 meal a day, once a week, once weekly, 24 pounds down. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? If we default and trust the fast, then it always works itself out. It always works itself out. If we're chasing food or chasing calories or we fear missing a meal, then we always are chasing the feast. And we know now that chasing the feast has not worked so well for so many of us. So if we just lean into the fasting opportunities and look for them and know that that's where we can thrive, we just make the shift. And that's what we do here. We just make these mindset shifts and then we can really thrive in that fast for sure. Judy B, hello from Idaho, 22 grad. So good to have you here. So Fonda, I understand that you were saying set a program, a system, so it becomes a mindset and a lifestyle, but life will throw curveballs that we ebb and flow with. Thank you for the clarification. Yes, for sure. So this is where I always say when people ask me, like, how do you fast for every day for 20 hours? I always say yes. Like, it's no doubt in my mind. That is always my goal. But like yesterday, we had a day scheduled that I didn't want to miss out on having lunch with my son. I mean, he's new to downtown Dallas. There's all these new things for us to enjoy together as a family. And I didn't want to miss out on that because I was so rigid about my fasting schedule. And so I just let it open up and let it be what it was. And then I'm like, today I'll probably end up fasting for 23 hours. That's okay too, right? And so that's where the ebb and flow part comes. But what we want to do is clarify to our brain what it is we do, period. Then when you're really confident in that, that's when you can ebb and flow and step away from that because you are so concrete in your decision and your belief that that's working for you that you have no hesitation coming back. If we don't have that strong conviction about what we know works for us and we live in that doubt from it, then when life happens, that's when we tend to use phrases like fall off the wagon or I did this, so I might as well just throw in the towel. And we know towels and wagons don't exist. And so then we just kind of play these games with our brain. So just believe and have conviction about what you know works for you so you can then go outside of the lines a little bit, knowing that you can come right back in whenever you choose. That's the big shift that we're making here. Kim, good afternoon, August 22 grad. Crazy meeting afternoon. So enjoying an early healthy feast today and joining your live. Well, Kim, I'm so happy for that. We'll have a longer fast when I close my window, maintaining a 40-pound weight loss. That's the beauty of this lifestyle when you get to decide what works for you and you're not following anyone else's rules. Kim, that was a perfect explanation of how to ebb and flow with your life. And you're thriving, girlfriend. Diana, hello from Western Canada, November 22 grad, loving this lifestyle. Switched my fasted workout to cardio, then weights. Big difference. Best thing ever was finding you. Yes, because when you do your cardio first, right, you're pulling those stored energy sources out. You're already getting that heart rate elevated. And then you go into that weightlifting session all warmed up and ready to go. And I'm glad that that worked for you, my friend. That's exactly what I did today as well. Yasmina, the hardest part of the day is my drive to work. I'm so used to my coffee. Once I get to work, I'm so busy. I don't even think about coffee. Thank God I have a short commute. Well, why don't you just drink coffee on your way to work? I have coffee right here. It's black. It's fine. Is it because you don't want black coffee? If that's the problem, then you have to decide why it is that you're putting those kind of things in your coffee when you know that that's probably not in the best interest of what you say you really want for yourself. So we have to kind of make sure we got those lines clear there. Okay, we got some new comments here. Louise, August 22 grad. So good to have you here. Hope, hello. 39, mama 4. I can never go back to eating all day. Fasting is life. So many great results. Yes. And what kind of time freedom you have, or resource freedom you have. And when you got that energized sense of calm, you do not want to negotiate with that whatsoever. So Hope, I'm so glad that you are thriving as well. And your kids are going to benefit also, which is great. Martha, February 23 classmate, loving the 20-hour clean fast, saving time and money and eating nutrient-dense food, so honoring to my body. Yeah, that's one of the things I say in the emails that I send out trying to get a lot of you off the fence to jump in with us is you will save money. You will save money because it just makes sense when we're not going after all of these quick fix things, right? And we just trust that our body's going to do the work for us. T. Thomas, do hormones play a part in different results, although doing the exact same thing? I'm in perimenopause, so I was wondering. Well, see, the thing that we are really focusing on balancing out hormone-wise is our hunger hormones, right? And then when we balance out our hunger hormones and we're not eating all day because we trust what being in a state of hungry can do, then our body turns inward, right? And starts fixing a lot of the things that are causing us so many problems as we're transitioning through the seasons of menopause. And so that's where it really helps hormones, is because when things are out of balance, that's when things start to break down. So the ultimate goal, whether you're in perimenopause, menopause, or post-menopause, or maybe you don't even know if you're in perimenopause yet, is you're just creating this opportunity for your body to heal itself so that when things start shifting, you're starting from a really good place. So hopefully that answers that one for you. Francis, happy to be here, September 22 grad. Francis, it's so good to see you today. Mirjana, I believe it is, from Croatia, January 23 grad, down to 7 pounds, a goal of 15. So just give yourself some time and grace and space. The weight will take care of itself with consistency over time. The course was the best decision of my life. Mindset is key. Now I see food as fuel. 24 works best. Try the other stuff. No, thank you. Yeah. And now you've created your own lifestyle for yourself. All the way in Croatia, right? And this is where I love about this community also, is that it doesn't matter where you're from. We're all women, and we all really need to focus on taking care of ourselves first and making us a priority. And when we move a lot of the nonsense out of the way and find comfort in that state of hungry, it opens up our world to so many possibilities. So Mirjana, you can correct me if you need to. I'm so happy you found us, and I'm so happy you are here with us. Janelle, I use Laird's coffee creamer, healthy with no sugar or carbs. Janelle, were you the one that was having a hard time getting to work? Oh no, that was Yasmana, I think it is. I hate black coffee. Okay, there you go. I hate black coffee. I've tried for such a long time, so I just choose to eliminate it completely. If my only problem is a 20-minute craving of coffee, then it isn't really a problem, but an inconvenience. Okay, so Yasmia, I think it is. Yasmia. I'm going to have you work on this thought, okay? And I'm going to offer an opportunity for you to think something different. What if your commute to work wasn't miserable? What if your commute to work was your time to enjoy some water and have some peace and maybe listen to a podcast, as opposed to having that be the hardest part of your day? What if that was the best part of your day and you just decided, hey, I'm going to get in the car today. I'm going to have my bottle of water and I'm going to drink my water and I'm going to start my day here in my car so that when I get to work, I'm all ready to go and get rolling. So oftentimes what we think about in our brain is the thing that's really holding us back. And then I also want you to think about this. How can you miss coffee when you also say you don't enjoy coffee? So you might be missing your creamer, which you can actually put in a glass if you want with some ice and you can drink it. But is that really what you want, right? So you're masking coffee, which you don't like, with creamer, which is what you say you do like. So we have to be clear on what it is we're saying. Otherwise, we are just confusing our brain. So I would offer this thought to you. Start your day with, I'm going to take my water. I'm going to drink it on the way to work. I'm going to listen to a podcast or listen to my favorite music. And that's going to be the 20 minutes that I spend with me and my water getting my day kickstarted, and see if that takes the craving that you think you have away, because you're not craving coffee if you in fact do not enjoy coffee. You're craving the sweet dessert that you're creating, and you're using coffee as a byproduct of that. Just think about that and see if that changes things for you. Okay, Janelle, I use Laird's coffee creamer, healthy with no sugars or no carbs. Okay, but that still breaks a fast. So if you're okay with that, then I'm okay with that. If you're like, why am I not getting the results that I should be getting when I'm doing all the things, but I'm also putting Laird's coffee creamer in my coffee in the morning, then that could be the problem. So that's the only thing that I always ask you guys to consider. And then Louise, August 22 grad, I was able to maintain my 25 pounds down during the past 2 months of sitting due to fractured ankle. Now ready to get moving. Thank you for sharing your heart and knowledge with all of us. Oh my gosh, Louise, I love that for you. So even though you were down for 2 months with a broken ankle, all right, you still were able to maintain this lifestyle and you didn't gain any weight due to the inactivity because of what you're doing with your fasting long and feasting well. So I'm so proud of you. And now you just proved to yourself that weight gain is something that you can control. Weight maintenance is something you control, and weight loss is something that you control just by the decisions you're making about your lifestyle. And I love that. Janelle, I lost 25 pounds. Well, then fantastic. So that's working for you for sure. And that's all that we really want here in this community is for you to make decisions that are allowing you to look and feel your best and do things in your most authentic way. And if that is what is working for you, Janelle, we are super proud of you and we're not going to ask you to change a thing. Okay, very quickly before we go, quick reminder, if you're interested in joining us for the March 2023 course and you get registered today, which is February 16th, 2023, it doesn't have to be during the live, just has to be February 16th, 2023. You are new to Fray and you're new to our community as far as a course member. We are going to gift you with my DYANN by Fray box. You have to be in the US. I will go through course registrations today. The first one I see afternoon today because that's when we go live and I just announced this. So anytime between noon Central Standard Time and the end of today, I will be messaging you via email and letting you know that we will be shipping you a complimentary box of my favorite skincare products. And I'm super excited to be able to do that. We'll do other offers too. So we'll do it for our graduates community also. So don't worry if you're a graduate. We'll take care of you at some point over the next couple of weeks. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you're feeling like the pressure of varying up your protocol, trying to meet someone else's agenda is too much for you, don't worry about it. Figure out a lifestyle that works for you. Rinse and repeat. It is totally okay to fast every single day for 20 hours. If that's where you're thriving and that's where you do your best, it's also okay to let life happen and some days go shorter and some days go longer. The most important thing is that you feel very happy with the decisions you're making in your head and in your heart so that you can reap the benefits physically as well. I love you guys. I love spending time with you. I will see you back here on Monday at noon Central Standard Time, where we'll discuss another topic for us as our community of beautiful aging women in today's world and something that has to do with intermittent fasting. I'll see you guys later.